What up? This is your boy Doughboy.
And Kev on stage.
And this is another installment of Righteous. Because we all are a little bit righteous and a little bit ratchet. So, shout out to the Right Pack out there, our Patreon users. We love you so much. And we did put out a call to the producers of the world to try to get some new theme music. We've had some pretty interesting submissions, and we are letting the Right Pack.
Right Pack is deciding by unanimous decision or majority decision. Yes. And some were majoritarily panned and some were majoritarily liked. So keep submitting until we find the perfect one.
Yeah. Yes. So
we got a lot on the docket today.
Lot on the docket. Is there anything that we need to say before we get started?
You're heavy. The landlord has said there's something happening on the second floor. The people below us are like, hey, there's a big drop in my ceiling. Other than that, let's get started.
Let's go.
So over the weekend, Jess hilarious, internet sensation, comedian, stand-up now, actor on the Rail Show.
Yeah.
In a little bit of hot water.
That would be an understatement. The water real hot. That thing boiling.
that thing
bubbles
boiling. So if you don't know, would you like to set the stage?
Oh man, set the table and I'll sit down and eat.
All right.
There we go.
So what happened was, and it's a really interesting story. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from this.
Yes.
What happened? I'll tell it in the way I received it first, and then the clarities. What the headline on the internet is Jess hilarious gets Muslims kicked off of plane.
Right.
Okay. So you text me like, yo, you seen this? You seen this? So I went to her Instagram and her stories, and she had like her phone pointed at some, they weren't actually Muslim, they were Sikhs, but we'll get to that in a second, because I actually know the difference before this, but it was because of ignorance, not because I'm smart.
Got it.
She put them and she was like, oh wow, doing her little thing, like saying I'm scared. So everybody gets evacuated off the plane.
And those 4 gentlemen didn't get to come back on.
Those people did not come back on.
Right.
So she's like, see, like it wasn't just me.
Right.
So the narrative was she gets them kicked off the plane. Okay. So when I go to her story, she is doubling down on this.
Yes, like saying things like, so what? I was afraid. I was uncomfortable. It was a little profanity.
It was profanity laced. And there was some, let's see.
Bravado? Is that
No, not bravado. I mean, that is a word, but that's not what I was thinking of. There were some inconsistencies. It was just weird because she was like, y'all scared. And so what? If I'm scared, I'm a little scared.
Right.
Are we scared or are we not?
Right.
So what happened is the internet did what the internet does.
Oh boy,
and
did they.
Here's the thing. Oof. So there was calls to cancel her. Now, cancel culture, I just want to say one thing.
Cancel culture is, we should cancel it.
Here's the thing. There's 2 things. Okay? Because later on she apologized. We'll get to that as well. 2 things. There is people rightfully calling you out. Right? Which I think a good percentage of the internet was rightfully calling her out.
Because she was wrong.
She was absolutely wrong. And she later apologized. We'll get to that in a second. There's people calling her out, right? So she doubled down, which was at people calling her out. Now I've never been dragged on the internet, but I've had some videos people didn't like.
Well, you're pretty heavy. It'd be a tough drag to drag you across anything, to be brutally honest. But yes.
So there's people who are maybe fans or not fans saying, hey, this is wrong.
Right.
You're doing the same thing white supremacists do. You know, I saw tweets about Christian privilege, black privilege, like all that. She doubled down.
Yeah.
And you gotta be leery of the double down.
Always.
Double downs get you in trouble more than your initial opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you often would just take the time,
just take the L, or just let it breathe for a second.
Let it breathe.
Right.
Because you know who else doubled down? Chloe doubled down. And the double down's what killed her. Okay. Yeah. So she doubles down. And then the vitriol starts flowing. Now, here's the thing about
vitriol mean?
Vitriol is like seething anger.
Okay, cool.
Now, here's the thing about seething anger. So here's the thing about cancel culture.
Okay.
I feel like if I'm not a fan of you, Doughboy, say you do something wild, I'm like, I cancel him. I never liked you anyway. I can't really cancel you.
Right.
So for Jess, what I saw a lot of is people who were obviously not a fan of hers.
And then their true feelings come out of
They just... I don't want to say waiting for a moment for her to do something.
But it felt like that.
But they definitely pounced on the opportunity.
Right. So it's like now you're telling her she's wrong, plus these other insults.
Plus I never liked you and you're not funny and where are your edges. It's like, whoa, what do the edges have to do with this?
I'm sorry, I gotta laugh if it's funny, but some of that stuff was woo.
So much about the edges.
Yeah,
and she's made
jokes.
She had the little onion thing. That was the thing. Right. So people were lighting her up.
Right.
And I mean with reckless abandon. And that's the thing I never understand, though. Mm-hmm. If you don't like someone and you don't support them, you're not really canceling them.
True. But
you're never supporting
people want
them.
To feel like they have the ability to cancel people.
But what does that mean? Because people were like, I saw somebody posted, they emailed the Funny Bone where she was performing, sent a video like, hey, get her off this.
But see, that's the thing, though. And I think that's a very, very important thing that we left out of this. The timing of this could not have been categorically
I totally forgot about
worse.
That. So
just the day before
there was the Christchurch massacre in New Zealand, which is another thing that was crazy because this guy, before he opened fire, said subscribe to PewDiePie.
Yeah, so people were actually trying to put his name in there.
So it was like, so he was like, fam, that ain't me.
Right.
But so
40 was, I don't want to get the
40,
number wrong.
It was 49, I think.
49 people lost their lives of Muslim descent. You know, innocent people that were praying.
Yes.
So, and then for her to come and say those comments the next day, she never had a chance.
Well, in her apology, she said she didn't know that.
She didn't know about that,
But the thing is, like, yes, I wish you would have known about that.
I wish you would have known, because I think that's where a level of the anger. Let me just say how I feel about it, because I feel a couple of different ways about it. Mm-hmm. Jess hilarious. I've actually met her before. We didn't come up together, but I've met her before. Nice young lady. You know what I'm saying? Very, very funny. I like the stuff that she does. But I can call a spade a spade. Like, she was dead legitimately wrong for what she did, how she came out, and she even said so, in her thing. So I was upset with her. Like, I just wish that, she wouldn't have done that. But then it's like, then starting to see all the attack and the hatred that came to her, I didn't like that either. Like, you can't correct a wrong with a wrong.
Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of times people, they don't know how else to respond.
Right.
Because you don't follow her on social media. So a lot of people weren't even like tweeting at her.
Right.
They were just like, she was like trending, And the thing
the whole day. Too.
Yeah. The thing that hurt her is this isn't the first time she's trended.
Yeah,
and it's usually
for things like this.
It's usually been something.
Call somebody the F word.
Yes.
Not too long ago.
And that's not F-U-C-K. That's another one.
The other word.
The homophobic slur.
Yeah. And I'm just
and that wasn't even that long ago.
And that's...
Here's quite honest. Never met her.
Right.
I am always proud of someone who can take something from social media and legitimately monetize it. Right. She does stand up and she sells out shows. She's on Little Rail and all that stuff. However, like you said, when you're wrong, you're wrong. So just for a point of clarity, Muslims and Sikhs are not the same.
Not at all.
Okay, so she saw a turban and she assumed incorrectly that they were Muslim and they were Sikh. Sikh is a religious thing. Waleed's boy, Jess is Sikh. So he has a lot of explanatory videos about his religion, hair, things like that. So essentially the turban is for, Sikh men, they never cut their hair and they wear a turban so that you'll know they're Sikhs, and they're supposed to be like, their religion is very service based.
Okay.
So it's the idea behind it, from what I was reading and watching from Sikh people explaining it, it's designed to be like, kind of like, in war when the medic has the cross and you're like, okay, I know this guy's a medic. The Sikh thing is supposed to be like, okay, so this person can help me if I need help.
So if you see this, I'm here, good energy, spirits.
Yes, that's the idea. Okay. So the fact that she saw that
and felt threatened,
that's like, it's like it's seeing a medic, and that's part of the media and part of September 11th. Like, but I don't even, if I remember correctly, I don't think the people in September 11th were even wearing turbans.
Right.
I think just turbans actually get looped in. A lot of people make that mistake. I think Muslim people sometimes wear hijabs or kufis, but I think turbans are a Sikh thing.
Right.
So anyway, so the internet lights her up.
Oh, they came for her and came back to pick her up and came back to drop her back off.
And this originated through her story, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I feel like a lot of times when people put stuff on their story, they're like, my fans are seeing it.
Right.
Yes. Now here's another thing.
But see, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
This is the thing. I felt, now I am in no way trying to defend Jess hilarious and what she did, and that her behavior. I don't want to call her a racist, but that behavior is racist.
Yes.
So,
it's profile.
But
it's absolutely racially profiled.
Right. Yeah. So whether you think you're a racist or not,
a race-based
you
judgment
did a racist thing
at the
exactly.
bare minimum.
At the bare minimum, that was racist.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel, and this is just because we're comedians. I feel. When she was making those videos, she was trying to find some humor in it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't.
Did you feel something different?
No. I don't. I think she might have been trying to hide her fear with humor.
And we do that a lot
Absolutely.
as comedians. Like,
but I don't know if she was making a joke. Here's the other thing, and this is not about her instance.
Okay.
This is about social media in general.
That's right.
I think there is a difference between what you post in your social media and what you send in your group chat.
True.
What you send to your people,
that's
and I'm not saying be racist in the group.
Right,
of course. I'm saying sometimes what I send to my boys, my wife, like, oh, who mans is this?
Right.
I would never post on social media, and maybe that prevents us from posting some stupid stuff.
Right.
Because there's memes that I laugh at that you be like, you cannot be Christian. I'd be like, I don't know why.
We've had moments where things have happened, and you be like, no, I gotta say this.
Oh yeah. So
like,
but because we are social media content creators, we feel like we always got to post something, be funny, be whatever. Be first. And sometimes that comes back to bite you. And the thing is, my dad taught me this. I was old, but he reminded me as I was like getting more followers. He was like, listen, once you post that, you just assume everyone in the world's seen it.
Absolutely.
Because you can't even delete it. Even if she would have deleted it off her story. I didn't even see it on her story until I had already... what you sent me wasn't her story. You sent me somebody else's video. And they already... they ripping it.
It's going up.
Off.
And the one I sent you had like 1 million or something views, and it wasn't even hers.
Right. So here's the interesting thing. I want to talk about this because when she got canceled, it was... The story was Jess Hilarious gets Muslim family kicked off.
Right.
So
and
the guy who...
And then when you see her stories, you'd be like, I see that she did that because of how she's acting.
Right. So that kind of corroborates that.
Right.
But what actually happened was, from what she said, the video that you sent me that had the 1 million views. What happened was she said that or made that video, but she never actually talked to anybody about it.
Right.
And the guys just didn't come, or they were moved to another flight, but they weren't on there.
So
the narrative was she got them kicked off. When in actuality she didn't. But that guy who posted that video, like he made a tweet thread. So 3 tweets down, he said, actually, that's not what happened. She clarified it. He didn't delete the original video, and people ain't going too down. Especially when the post coincides with how you actually feel. Bro, and she didn't help herself in this situation.
She had no contriteness,
no
remorse. It was like she almost was getting mad for even being questioned.
Yes.
But then in her mind, I don't think she knew that people were thinking, you just got these people kicked off.
Exactly. And also, so maybe she had an ego first response because people have tried to cancel her before. And when you go at somebody, when you tweet at Fox and try to get her off the show, you are literally trying to affect her livelihood. She got a son, she got bills, whatever. Like, I could see myself being upset. Like, fam, like maybe I was wrong or dumb. At this point, she wasn't accepting that. But maybe I'm wrong or dumb. But fam, like every time people like, let me get your job though. I don't want you to have an ability to make money.
That's the thing I think about cancel culture that I just don't understand. Now, I'm like I said, nobody's backing her up for what she did. But what world do we live in when celebrities or people that are in the entertainment business or are celebrities, they just can't make mistakes?
Here's the thing.
If you make one mistake, you don't deserve to work.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think what hurt her, I agree with you. What hurt her is, okay, I do something wrong. Maybe I tell you, hey, that's racist. That's wrong. Instead of you looking at it, you say, nah, F you, curse words. Okay, so now you don't care. That you're racist and what you do is wrong. You gonna double down, because I feel like all that happened before you even sent it to me. And people were boom. So I think what happens, and I'm going to talk about this in another project I have coming soon. There's a difference between audience and a community. When you just have a lot of audience, people follow you. They might not care about your best interests. They might like, okay, so we stream this live on Periscope, from time to time. We have the Right Pack, we have the 95. They are not just an audience, they're a community. So that's like me pulling you aside. Hey, Doe, you might want to delete that. That came off really racist. Maybe you don't realize how wrong you look.
But trust your boy.
Trust your boy. That's not a good look. My community has called me out on stuff. Sometimes they've been right. Sometimes they didn't understand my intentions. But sometimes I've actually deleted the videos. Like, Kev, this is a little bit out of your character.
We've had something where we were posting and we were just like, nah, we shouldn't do that. that. Right,
because I trust my community.
Right.
But when you just have audience, it's just a whole bunch of people know about you. They may not like you.
It's a huge difference.
Yes.
Right.
So when you're hearing correct, which was in her case, real corrective action from audience, it just felt like hate to her.
Right.
She just
but it was mixed. A lot of hate was mixed in there.
No, I agree.
They were coming for her.
They were coming for her, but not everybody was like you. I never thought you were funny. Some people are just like, hey, I don't know if you know that, but that's wrong.
Right.
And these people are not even Muslim. Like you have this wrong, but you can't hear that because you might just have a lot of audience, but not a lot of community, and that's the difference. So what happened with her is she saw just anger. She just saw angry townspeople with, pitchforks and torches.
Right.
So moving forward, then she apologizes.
Which was, you know me. I'm
Accountability McGee.
I'm Accountability McGee. Well, I'm the type of person to whereas, regardless of what you have done, and I don't know if that just makes me a weird person or whatever, because I seem to get a lot of flack for it. But my thing is, if you can admit what you have done and just own it, I can respect you. I can look at you like, you know what? Cool. Now, if you keep doing it and you don't, and your actions contradict your words, then, but I really enjoyed her apology. She said, look, I'm not going to get a publicist to write this. I'm going to just shoot from the hip. Yeah. And she looked very honest. She was tearful. You could tell that it was really affecting her. Yep. And I felt really, really bad for her. And I'm just one of those people, I can allow you to make a mistake and then be like, oh, you owned up to it? Cool. Yeah. Don't do that again. And she was even talking about reaching out to the family, donating some bread. 15 racks.
Wowie.
That's a lot of bread.
That ain't no chump change.
You know what I'm saying? So she was she owned it. And that's my biggest thing. If you could just own it, because there's a lot of people that, that when they get into situations, they don't own it. And I just...
Well, she just did that.
Right. She did the day before, but then she circled back like... Yeah. She did ultimately what I wish Jussie Smollett would do. Yeah. Just be like, you know what? You got me. Yeah, I was wrong. Jussie is out here pleading not guilty. So whatever.
Not guilty. Y'all got the film. Just to the Smollett.
Just to the Smollett.
So I just felt that she was very, very honest, and I can forgive her.
I agree wholeheartedly. I accepted her apology. Right. But cancel culture was like, no,
you'll never work in this town again.
You're just... You don't deserve it. You're only apologizing because you're about to lose the bag. It's not sincere.
Which is true, but at the same time, that's her livelihood.
She made a mistake.
Two things can be true. My wife says this.
I'm starting to love that saying.
Mm-hmm. Two things can be true. You can both realize you're wrong. You can, actually three things. You can realize you're wrong. You can be taught in this situation. And you could also be afraid of losing your job.
Absolutely.
Because here's the thing about Hollywood.
Equally.
All equally.
Right.
Hollywood can be like, nah, you don't do this no more. You don't work on this show. Right. Hollywood could cancel that show now. Bro, in Hollywood, they don't need a lot of reason to do nothing.
All they need to hear is 4 little sets of feet outside the building with picket signs. Oh, just cut the show.
Right?
We off that.
So I agree with you. Like, I'm not usually the type to, like, because she didn't do the I apologize if you're offended. She was basically like, here's what people were killing her too. On her apology, she went with the Instagram story apology. She said, I got Muslims in my family. And people were like, that
sounds like it's straight out the racist handbook.
I have a black
That's straight
friend.
Up. My best friend is black.
My best friend is black.
This is where I will come to Jess's defense partially. And I know I'll get dragged in the comments, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of arms.
But this is the thing. I'm nowhere near the level of Jess's celebrity, her star.
But Regina Hall is on the horizon.
Absolutely.
Those don't coincide.
I still been checking the inbox. She still hasn't left me on scene yet. So until I'm left on scene, I ain't giving up.
If she doesn't follow you, she could have opened it and it won't show scene.
Can we take his mic? But this is the thing that I'm saying. I'm nowhere near as popular as Jess Hilarious, and I have had some of the most vile, disgusting things said to me from fans, and I can say I can identify with what she's dealing with when, especially she made people really upset. I can only imagine some of the things that people said about her. I remember I had a person, it was just a regular sketch. It was like a Great Taste episode, and somebody was like, Doughboy's so unfunny. Why won't he go back to drinking and just kill himself? I was like, who says that? Like, So people can be very, very hateful in their comments. So not to ever excuse anything that she does, but when people start attacking you and saying some of the most disgusting things, sometimes your first reaction can be defense.
Now, here's the thing I want to ask you, because they're posting this in the Periscope, and I'm trying not to look at the camera, but they raised a good point.
Okay.
Do you think that her vitriol from the internet was because of repeat offense?
It could be, because she did say the F word. And I don't know how anybody is saying the F word in 2019.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know the whole story with that. Did she...
Somebody said some
Somebody
story in
said
the comments on like the Shade Room, and she got mad and she clapped back and she used the derogatory term,
The F word.
at them.
Did she do another apology similar
No,
to
she
this?
didn't.
She apologized? No, she
got to keep it real. Like, y'all be coming at me crazy.
but she's like, I was wrong, and I know I'm going to lose some fans, and I'll never get back, and I got to own that.
Right.
So do you think that it's because of that? And then I hate to go into personal details because I like a country Wayne and I like a just hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
But there's let's say a cloudy situation. And I love
I seen
country
that
Wayne.
coming out too. Like,
A lot of people. So what happened, and this is why I feel like it's cancel culture. I mean, people are canceled. They were never, it wasn't people who were like, I didn't see people who were like, man, I've been, because, okay, so here's an example. When R. Kelly or Michael Jackson or whoever, when it's your fans or Kanye, it was like, yo, I've loved you forever.
Right.
Now I can't support you. I didn't see that.
Right, 'cause he's relatively new.
I never thought you were funny. I never
Right.
liked you. I'm glad this is happening to you. This is a chance to get you out of here. That's
Right.
what I saw more of.
Right.
Unless you're like on her page.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like the pulse of the internet, so to speak,
They
was
just-
like people just, when you be
it
winning,
just made
they
me
just
think like, okay, well, were y'all just waiting for a mistake to be made on her behalf? Because this just seems almost premeditated.
And she didn't even do the iOS apology. She didn't do the notes.
Oh yeah, she did.
She spoke.
She spoke from
no
her heart.
publicist.
And it's a double-edged sword, because if she doesn't do that apology that she's getting flack for already, then that puts her in another category.
yeah.
You know,
So it's like people are not gonna like how she responds if she doesn't respond in that same manner. You know what I mean?
Yes, you can't win.
You're not gonna win.
Which is why you have to choose your words and actions so carefully.
You do
because-
not get to choose your consequences. Choose your actions more
Yes,
wisely.
there's no get back.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid. Like, and this is why I'm so glad we have things like the Right Pack in my shows, because it's hard to cancel people who have like dedicated fans.
Yeah.
You know, because like Chris Brown, for example, his fans are like, nah, I'm going to support still
Right.
after all that.
You got a community.
Yeah, he has a community, right or wrong. That's
Right.
not my point. My point is like, he can still make his thing, but I'm always leery of how many people are watching us
yeah.
rise. And then like, if I were to misstep or you were to misstep,
Oh, my God.
they'd be like, I never liked him, and here's my chance to get. I know there's some people mad.
And they just wait for those moments of when people slip and just kind of give it to them. And I just feel like that's just that part of it is unfair, because I feel like, I mean, even like the same thing with Kevin Hart a few months ago with the Oscars or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just like, I just don't understand what line of excellence we're holding people to just be like, when you make mistakes, now you don't get to.
On that
have a
point,
job.
I want to bring something up that's a
get
little
that.
unrelated. I agree with you. A little unrelated, but partly related.
Right.
So I do this Ask a Show. You're aware of it. Josh shoots it. Suffice to say, a lot of Christians no liking it.
Yeah.
You cannot speak with the people who are gay, are transgender, I cannot like it. Here's my thing. I was being so mad. I wanted people to understand my heart, my intentions, right? The 95, they get it. The Right Pack, they get it, right? But not the wider audience doesn't get it. Here's the thing that I thought was interesting. I was talking to my beloved wife about this. I realized that the Christian and person I am today at 35, 20-year-old Kevin, and where I was in my walk with Christ, maybe even 25-year-old Kevin, I would have been mad at myself.
Really?
You did not minister, but did you minister though? You supposed to leave with a little cry. You supposed to try to heal them. Why you did not pray for them? You up there just having a casual conversation. Familiar spirits. They're gonna get on you, seduction. You know about demons and clean your house up. My thought process on love and acceptance of people has changed. Part of that is because of I lived in LA. Like.
Absolutely.
So here's an interesting thing. I meant to tell you about this, but I forgot. So when we were talking to the transgender person on Aska, the first thing she taught us about was pronouns. She transitioned from man to woman, and her pronouns were she, her. Okay. Right? Now hold that thought in your mind. It's so that you just think about that. Regardless of what they look like, they want to be called she want to be called she or her. That's how she identifies, right? Christians were like, you shouldn't even be listening to that. They were literally like, you need to speak about Christ. I see you sitting there listen. I don't see you preaching. Okay. But the whole point of the show is to understand how people think. Now watch this. Right. I'm on set for Kev on Everything. My show coming out in a couple months. Shout out to the Lord for hooking your boy up.
Shout out to the Lord.
Shout out to the Lord.
Big G.
Before I go on set, the director pulls me aside and he's like, okay, Kev, just want to let you know the person that you're working with is non-binary. Okay, which means they don't subscribe to either gender. Okay. The person went by, I'll say Cece, right? Just, a non-gender name. Right. And he said their pronouns are they. So could you respect their pronouns and refer to them as they? And I was like, I can.
Because
you understand why.
Because I understand what they were saying. Why the transgender person taught me about pronouns.
Right.
And this person. Now, my Christianity, I'm at work.
Right.
Now Christians are like, well, if you at work, you got to do what you got to do. That's one thing. Right. Okay, so now I'm at work. I am getting paid to interact with this person, and we have to have chemistry on this show.
A common ground.
And is it my place now to try to lead you to Christ?
No.
While we're shooting?
Absolutely not.
See, I need to understand that. But because I had an audience who understood that, and because I could put that out, I had an opportunity to express that. But 10 years ago, Kev, no, I'm not respecting nothing but God. I'm not gonna shoot this episode.
Yes, I did.
You know what I mean? And here's one more thing I want to say about this. This person, parent was a preacher, grew up in the church. Parent is currently a preacher. They know about God. Right. They've made their choice. We had a blast. Christians be mad if you don't understand. I get it. Right. I accept your anger. And then Lupita Nyong'o had such a dope thing. I don't know if you saw my gram. She said the guy was asking her. She's the best, by the way.
Lupita?
Love. Big fan.
Love her name.
Gonna see a scary movie when I don't even like scary movies because she's in it. Yes.
Yeah. I'll sit next to you.
No, don't.
I want to.
So the guy asked her like, hey man, people like, how do you deal with people wanting to put you in a box? Because she had did 12 Years a Slave or whatever. And he was like, she was saying, I don't subscribe to people's interpretation of me because I found that is limiting to me. If I believe what you believe of me, then I won't be the person I want to be, paraphrasing.
Right.
And I was like,
that's deep.
Yes.
And just to even talk about, personally how I feel about, what's the word, vitriol that you're receiving?
Vitriol.
From the Christian community?
Light vitriol.
Okay, for the light vitriol this is the thing that I just don't understand. For one, I always, because I grew up in the church and whatever, and I always thought like, Christian people were supposed to be some of the most forgiving people or the most, and I've been starting to see that a lot of them are very, very judgmental.
That is, yes.
Yeah. So, but what I want to say to how it relates to you, and I've been very open with my struggles, with addiction. The way that you always handled me just as a friend was very instrumental in me being able to beat alcoholism. Because the thing is, when you're an addict and when you're going through things, you already have these self-imposed judgments you put on yourself. And it's like, I'm so wrong, I'm so stupid, but yet I have a friend that's just like, don't worry. Like, remember when I was slipping, you'd be like, you'll get back on it. And
I never ministered to you.
That's what I'm saying. But
I never was like,
you never would judge me or like, you just always were cool with me, and that helped me be like, I'm not crazy. He's still cool with me. And I just sent you late night text message. You be like, you know what I'm saying?
When I will never forget. I'm gonna call it 2 Hennessy bottle dough.
Oh my!
Let me tell y'all about Doughboy. We can laugh about it now.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll be done with Jess Hilarious.
Right.
Maybe not.
Right.
We'll go back to it. Shooting a music video. I think Josh was there this day. Doughboy's character is drinking because they drink on music videos.
King of the Sixes.
Look Sixes. Right?
King of the Sixes.
For whatever reason, Doughboy had real Hennessy in the bottles. He's like, bro, I want it to be authentic. I said, you realize most of these music videos, they're putting apple juice in that, not real Hennessy, like simply apple. No, I will be drinking this at work. This man is just bottle straight, no chaser. He gets plastered at work. He's
went
downstairs
to the liquor store and got another bottle. I got 2 bottles that day. Absolutely.
Second floor, where all the executives are. He's got no shoes on. I like walking out this office. Everybody's my friend. I like everybody. Hey, DD. So simple as you and me. Doughboy, come on. I've called you an Uber.
Put me in the Uber.
I rode with him home.
Took me home.
The worst ride in the history of my life. Kev,
I love you.
You are my brother. I never had brother. Are you asleep? No. I'll wake up. I love you. We're in traffic for over an hour on the one-on-one. Drunk people never know how loud they're talking. They don't know that they are literally repeating the same sentences.
Phrase.
Did I tell you I love you ever? Kevin, look at me, brother. Look at me in my eye. You're not looking at me. I am. I look at you.
Doughboy, you're looking out the window.
Have I ever told you? So, Doe, you're looking out the window. I see reflection inside reflection. I see you. I see you in a lonely place. How could we be so blind?
And then fall asleep.
Are you sleeping again? No. Why you keep asking me that? I'm not awake. Rode my boy home and was like, don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
But I never technically was
you never minister
you in that way, because my approach has always been my life is my ministry.
And that's
our relationship is my ministry.
And I'm telling you, I was in a fight for my life, and you were one of the most instrumental just by being that way.
Yes.
Just by being non-judgmental.
Yeah.
And that's just why I think that it's just so unfortunate that people look at what you're doing as anything but positive.
Well, that's the thing.
I don't understand that.
You can correct someone. Right? Like I could say, as your friend, you wildin'.
Right. You have told me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You tripping.
Right.
You got to go. You're going to get fired like that. But as your friend, I also loved you through through your ups and downs, through your battles, through your first rehab thing, which wasn't, I mean,
the whole
your
situation.
rehab thing getting shut down by the FBI is, I was like, the devil really.
You can't write that in a script.
And you was like, my thing got read by the FBI.
God must want me to drink.
I'm going to be drinking today.
You know, we're going to celebrate, guys. Come on.
The day I got out. But that's just what I'm saying, though, man. So I would just implore you, keep being the way you are, because everybody can't be like that. No. You know what I'm saying? And it really does help people without you even being extra. So what happened? What did you?
You're so easily distracted.
You got to stop doing that, man.
The timer messed up, so I was just looking at Josh like, oh, the timer's messed up.
Oh, okay. I got us. We still got 9 minutes. Keep going.
Okay. So where do we fall on Jess?
Here's how I fall.
Okay.
Back to Jess. The thing about the internet that is being more and more present, you're watching people mature and grow in real time.
Absolutely.
We are expecting people to be the best versions of themselves at every point. And that's tough. Right. Because prior to social media, my wife and I were talking about that. So we're talking about gatekeepers in Hollywood. And my wife was saying, you know what? I think Hollywood, like Will Smith and Denzel and them, didn't have social media. Why it was beneficial? Because people didn't realize some of these people are awful jerks.
Individuals, yeah.
And because you only talked to them when they were making a movie or through their publicists, you didn't realize how awful they were.
Right.
But now you have athletes, celebrities, they're literally growing up and maturing. Look at LeBron James. Almost his entire career has happened on the internet.
Exactly.
Without many major slips, outside of like the decision. You know what I mean? But
he has had no slips personally.
No.
Nothing like
no
a Kobe.
affairs, no kids on the way, nothing like. And he gets crucified.
None of the stuff that we know about. So, but people like Jess, she's 26 years old.
She's only 26? Young.
Yeah. Well, everybody's young to you.
Shut up.
What was it like when the world was in black and white?
The First World War. I know they didn't call it World War I at the time because II then came later.
He called it the Great War. They were like, we gotta
so were the bayonets a real thing? Did you have one?
He used the bayonets to cook the hot dogs. You guys go out and fight. I'm on the grill. Whoever makes it back, I got
this bayonet cooks 3 in 1, guys. Look at this.
If not everybody comes back, there'll be extra. Shut up.
Yeah. So my thing about Jess, I think I can't cancel her because I hadn't personally been to a show. I saw her on Def Jam or All Def Comedy Jam. Yeah. I wanted to see her at the Union. I've seen episodes of Rail. I take my support carefully.
Right.
So who I cancel is is careful too. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I like to support people, I mean.
So she's not canceled to you?
I allow people
to grow.
You
do.
As long as you seem
contrite,
genuine.
Absolutely.
And I feel like people weren't taking her apology. I'm never here to.
I hate it when people do that. How do you look at somebody and be like, oh, they didn't mean it? Shut up.
And people think she's not funny. I think she's hilarious.
I think she's hilarious.
And I think it's often harder for women to be funny. Like, not be funny like that, but people are hard. They don't take comedy from women the same way they take it.
Oh, absolutely.
From men. Because she goes back and forth with DC.
She was on Wild 'N Out.
She was on Wild 'N Out.
She does her thing.
Her news is real.
News is. I love it. Now, this is what I would say. I'm on her side. I can look past this. I need her to chill though.
You know what?
I need you to chill though.
I agree.
Like, please
one
don't
thing
keep
I
doing
thought
this.
about too, and maybe this is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Her whole thing was Jess with the mess. Mm-hmm. She came up through like the shade room.
Right.
And me and my sister-in-law were talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
So if you find out about her from mess and calling out people's mess, that's negative energy.
Right.
I was telling my sister this. She was randomly talking about this. She was like, you know what? Because my sister-in-law is releasing her boy version of ABCs for Girls Like Me. She's releasing ABCs for Boys Like Me.
Okay.
And she was saying, and I was like, I told her, I said, you're going to make $1 million off this. I told her that before she even did the boys video. And I was like, you're actually a natural entrepreneur. She sent some pictures and the pictures were amazing. And I was like, you really are built for this. And she said something that was really interesting to me that I hadn't thought about. She said, your energy and who you're around, you have to protect that. Because I'm around you, me and Melissa, she was like, I want to be an entrepreneur because I see you guys starting businesses, building them, and I want to do that. If you just stay in the shade room comments all day, then your first inclination to everything is negative.
Yeah.
And I be with you guys and y'all selling merch, you're on the road, you planning conferences, you have all these ideas. I'm more inclined to do that as opposed to gossip about this, gossip about that. Over at Kev on Stage Studios, we off that.
Bruh.
It ain't even all about a bag. It's about being the best version of yourself, building something and being a family, being a group of friends. We don't be sitting here gossiping about, stuff every day. You know what I mean? We know the stuff in the shade room, but it's not like we be living in that. But that is how social media can be. And if your group of friends are like that, I was talking to a friend of mine, he was saying the same thing, and I don't want to toot my own horn. This is what he said to me. He was like, bro, I grew up in the streets, and he said this with love. This is actually Mel's husband, Greg. He's from Atlanta, from the hood.
From the A.
Zone 6?
From that Zone 6.
Zone 6? East Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
So he was like, Kev, you are a square. You are what we would call corny. And only because you have one wife, you take care of your sons, you be laughing and stuff. You just be out here laughing. You don't be
You would be amazed how many people, street dudes, just be wanting to laugh and be silly.
Yes.
They do.
And he was saying bro, my boys, I grew up with hustlers and they sling dope and they're businessmen, but it's illegal. So you're always looking over your shoulder. He was like, you making dope money, but without selling dope. Like the artist says, we'll talk about him later, J. Cole, the neighbors think I'm selling dope. I am. And I thought that was interesting because, bro, people thought I'm gay before.
You say that and I just don't. Why would anybody think you're gay?
And I think it's because I'm so jovial. I don't know. But
I never have gaydar. People be like, such and such is gay. I'll be like, what? But
you have a hamdar.
I just don't. I just don't see how when people use, because you've told me that, people said that. I be like,
one of my boys in Washington was like, I thought you were gay because he said because you was always goofy and laughing. What are you laughing about? Why you always laughing, cuz?
So because you laugh at things, you like guys?
I like my wife butt, boob. I like it. I want it in my hand. But I realized your interpretation of me and your opinion of me is your responsibility.
Right.
And it doesn't affect you.
It has zero effect on ticket sales.
Yeah.
Merch sales are not effective.
And I can actually chime in on what your sister-in-law said because I ain't gonna hold you. When I started, this has been happening for a while. When I first seen you put together the tour that we was talking about, I was just like, man, I was just starting to be inspired in my spirit. But then when you had left All Def and I just seen you putting it together, I was just like, I want to do it. I want to do it.
Bro, you can't hang around. Of it. Let me tell you what. Look at Joshy.
Yeah.
Joshy is like,
oh, I don't know about my talents.
First of all,
I gotta
don't
wait till
sound
the
like this.
Joshy tapes are perfect. Shut up and put it up.
I will shame you into greatness.
Yes.
I'm like, bro, share the Gonzi tapes.
Yes.
Why it's saying on your website? Why it ain't on Linktree? Give it to him on Apple Music till you have it on Spotify. Just get it out there. He's like, okay, leave me alone. Okay.
You be getting on me. Why didn't you put up a video?
Where are them
I thought
videos
you
at?
had it.
I thought you was at it. What's up?
I put up 3 last week. That ain't 7. I did one every day. It's on me.
Yeah, so
right.
you just not finna sit around me and just be ready. Not finna sit up in my face every day. You ain't doing, and it ain't. You don't have to do what I'm doing.
Right,
but you gotta be the version of you.
Right.
Josh don't do comedy, but you better be posting them pictures on your Instagram. Or it could be whatever.
It can be whatever.
You're spitting, and this is how I know that it's sincere.
Spitting because I want you to know it's whatever though.
I don't know what Dobo's doing.
It was fun.
Dobo was making that song.
It is hot in here.
No, for real.
It's very hot.
Is.
I'm
but now, like, it's a great thing that you can be such a positive influence and your work habits can, rub off on other people. I wish my hairline and beard could rub off on you. That could be something positive for you, but we can only do what we can do. And you just got to look like that. So it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But those great attributes about you are good. Your facial hair...
This is growing. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't want you to grow a cheered.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Guys,
you look like a dusty villain.
Guys, my mattress just got delivered.
Hey,
Josh's purple mattress just got delivered.
So let's talk about that.
Oh, we're gonna
talk about it. So as long you guys know my whole thing, right, with the whole my bed situation. I've been very
remind them of your thoughts on alcoholism.
So my alcoholism had been flaring up. I thought it was the drinks and the booskies. And then I realized no, because I thought that I couldn't sleep without drinking. Then I was like, no, I just need a new bed. So I got a purple mattress. My life has made a complete 180. It's so weird. I be out now. If I'm out doing social stuff, I be fantasizing about just going home and hopping in my bed alone.
You slide in your bed's DMs?
My bed's
hey,
DM.
Big Head, I miss you.
Hey, what you doing? Yo, I should make an Instagram page for my bed called a Dough Bed. Absolutely. It's so comfortable. It's like it shows up in different areas of my life.
I'm gonna be all over you tonight.
I'm well rested. I feel definitely very
How's it been?
Good.
You've been it's a week, a little over a week now. You got it last Monday.
Bro, I have gotten some of the best sleep I have. It feels like I'm sleeping on a cloud. I feel very
heaviest.
I feel very well rested.
Are you having vivid dreams of ham now?
Yo, I'm telling you, my dreams look like they're more clearer. I wake up every morning with a more focused goal in life. I've been working out more. I've been drinking water.
You know why you weren't working out? Because you were tired.
Exactly. I would wake up and feel sore.
And it all works together. When you get rest, you wake up better and more refreshed. When you wake up better and more refreshed, you're able to go work out. When you work out, you're more likely to eat healthy because you don't want to waste the workout. And then when you work out, you're tired and you want to go back to bed.
And I feel more creative.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like my creative juices have been, off the hook. So people always ask me, because I've been telling everybody who will listen, this is better. They'd be like, well, how is the purple mattress different from any other mattress? Well, funny you should ask. The purple mattress will probably feel different than anything you've ever experienced because it uses the brand new material that was developed by an actual rocket scientist. It's not like the memory foam that I was used to. My memory foam had amnesia. So the purple material feels very unique because it's both firm and soft at the same time. So it keeps everything supported while still feeling really comfortable. Plus it's breathable, so it sleeps cool. Now, what you can get if you guys want that, because everybody be like, I want a bed that'll make it worth my time. Okay, you get a 100-night risk-free trial. If you're not fully satisfied, you can return your mattress for a full refund, backed by a 10-year warranty, free shipping and returns. Now, you're going to love purple. And right now, I know a lot of our listeners, you will get a free purple pillow with the purchase of a mattress. That's in addition to the great free gifts they're offering site-wide. Just text RR to 84888. The only way to get this free pillow is to text RR to 84888. That's RR to 84888.
Josh, you got one.
Josh got one. Yes.
You need to get one.
Get in on this.
So we're done with Jess?
We're done with Jess. Jess, shout out to Jess. Keep your head up, and but just as a fan that supports you, please be more cognizant of the things that you're saying, because I just don't know.
You said more clearer, but then said cognizant.
Hey man,
I mean, I don't understand you.
That's who I am in real life.
More clearer, but also be cognizant of the positive realms of quantum physics.
So that's what I would love for her to do. Just be more cognizant of what you're doing because we are your fans and we want to support you at the same time.
I want black women to win.
Because black women must be protected at all costs.
At
but
all costs.
You gotta chill. You gotta get out your feelings. And when my slogan is just put your phone down. Just put your phone down sometimes. So moving right along to the next story, and this is one that I absolutely have a personal attachment to. Wendy Williams recently came clean about why she had been gone on a hiatus from her show and different things like that. She actually has been living in a halfway house, a sober house. I'm sorry, sober house. She's been dealing with her addiction. Now she has a very storied past with,
I didn't know any of this until today.
Yeah, she had dealt with.
And she posted the Chips video.
The what?
The Chips video.
She did.
And she
said your name.
Yeah, she said they were stupid in a good way. I was like, well, what was it? But she said Kevin.
She said your name.
So I accept it. I'll allow it.
She's always been very upfront. Now, I'm just so proud of her because as a fellow recovering alcoholic, well, she's not an alcoholic. She deals with, other drugs. But the thing is that it's very tough to be open and honest about something that you almost get shamed for in society. People don't really be looking at addiction as a disease. Everybody likes to look at it like, oh, you can just stop anytime. No, it's actually a chemical, misbalance of your brain, and you know what I mean. So it is actually clarified as a disease, and this disease takes people out by silence. The silence and the embarrassment, people just go and they do their drugs or their alcohol in seclusion, and it literally kills them. So I am very, very proud of her for living her truth, and I know her being so transparent about it will save tons of people because she has a very, very huge platform. You can see when she talks in the video, she got choked up immediately. And I just really, empathize with her a lot. Like, cause I know how tough it is. And she was dealing with drugs like 20, 25 years ago. So that's the thing with, when you deal with addiction, it don't go away. No. You have it. I've heard stories of people that have been sober for 30 years, drank one beer and then drank themselves to death. So it's something that is very serious. It never goes away. So for her to be as brave as she was to talk about that, shout out to her. I was really, really happy for her. And I hope that she continues to get the help that she needs. How did you feel about it when you seen it?
I just didn't know any of that. Like the crazy thing about the Chips video, way more people hit me up about that than Good Morning America.
Really?
Oh my God.
Oh, because she has her hand on the pulse of the culture.
What? Right. Everybody was on that. So I think in her position, it's like you always say, when you call your demons out, your problems out, people can't hold them against you.
Oh yeah.
So you own that. Like, I'm going to live in a sober house. She does her Pilates and she's trying to get her life back together. Like, and that's the thing, man. I be trying to tell people, man, I'll be cool off that whole fame.
Bro,
ain't no money. If you're that rich, she's obviously a millionaire.
She's
couple
times over. She's very rich.
So
she's very rich.
There is still something missing.
Right.
When you're addicted to to drugs, alcohol, whatever, sex, whatever, there's still something missing. And I be trying to protect that.
Absolutely.
Liz, Zay, Joe, my friends, and my travels, if it costs me everything, it ain't worth it.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not trying to lose my family over that. That's why, bro, when I be on the road, you see, show over, where's Cat? In his room. Chill. By himself. Yeah. He stinks. He's musty. I don't want no.
Right.
You who was with? Well, I seen you did. You see me either with the other guys or on the stage.
Yeah.
You don't see me with no one else. You ain't see nobody sitting in my room. Who was that? No. I don't say nothing like that.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I think that was really, really big about her. And I didn't want to, mess this young gentleman's name up. Rest in peace. But Nelson Ellis,
he was actually
on True Blood, and he was actually somebody that was dealing, with addiction in secret, like a lot of us do. And he tried to end up kicking it by himself. And that's why I always tell people, when you're trying to kick some of these addictions and they're hardcore, get some professional help, because that's actually how he passed away. And just think about that, because a lot of times people are ashamed, or they don't want people to think of them a certain type of way. So it's just like, if you can't call it out and you try to deal with it on your own, it could have deadly ramifications.
And I remember when you were going in, you were like, when that happened,
I was so afraid, because I'm just like,
Demi Lovato thing. Remember you snapped at your boy?
Yeah, because she had I felt a certain type of way, because I just was like, this is not funny, because she had like 6 or 7 years of sobriety. Then she relapsed, and people just think it's such a joke or like, nah, bro, like this is something that's really real. And that's why when anybody steps up and says, I have a problem, we need to embrace those people. We need to not make them feel weird about it. Like, look, because this can literally cost people their lives. So I was so proud of Wendy. You know, and I haven't always been the hugest, Wendy fan.
Well, you've been a fan of Wendy's. 4 for 4.
There's a wrapping paper right out
He
here.
goes to Wendy's multiple times.
I absolutely do.
You love.
They got chili.
Wendy's. They got chili.
Chili makes me feel like it's not that bad of fast food because chili is there.
It's definitely better than the Baconator.
You ever just get chili and be like, I'm doing a good thing? I got a fried chicken salad from there last week.
And you just ate the fried chicken.
I did.
I said, then you're just eating fried chicken, but it came on a salad. But if you don't eat the lettuce and you just eat the fried chicken, it's just fried chicken.
It was resting on a bed of leaves.
But you left the leaves there. Get out my business, man. If you don't love me at my lowest, you don't deserve me at my highest type. But shout out to Wendy Williams, and hopefully she keeps on with her journey. But I appreciate her transparency.
I do too.
Because I'm sure it's tough, alone to tell the people around you what you're going through, let alone a whole
world.
And Wendy knows a lot of people do not like her.
Right. And she had to stand on that. That's what just made it so noble. Like, shout out. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to whatever you were just talking about. We're talking about something else now.
Okay. All right, so
I'm talking about it. It's my story.
Let me intro you.
No, you weren't there.
All right, so Kev got something to say.
Why are you looking at me? The camera's here.
I had a show in Brooklyn over the weekend.
You had a show in Cookland. Come on, give it to me, Josh.
I don't want to.
I had a show in Brooklyn, and me and my wife flew there the day before. Saw The Lion King on Broadway.
Circle of Life.
Live? They do it live?
No, it's a play.
Like they don't have real animals. Like, what do you expect? Come on, Simba, step on out.
They do The Lion King live?
It's the play.
What do you expect?
The Lion King, the play.
But there was plenty of scenes in that movie where there was water. How do they bring the water on the stage?
Doughboy, stop. I know you're not doing this.
They do a live interpretation. I just feel like there's a lot of limitations.
I really hope you're just trying to be funny.
I feel like there's a lot of limitations that you're going to try to put on the stage. That movie was shot in the jungle.
What do you think Finding Nemo on ice looks like? Do you think they all go swimming for 2 hours?
No, they were doing Finding Nemo on ice. I really didn't know these things.
I can't tell if you're joking.
No, I mean, okay.
I hope he's joking.
No, what I'm saying is this. I did not know that they did a live interpretation of this, and I would just think that there would be limitations because
it's not that much.
The Lion King has been one of the longest.
Hold on,
The
not
Lion
just water. They with trees,
Doughboy, the Lion King.
Have you been to a play?
cliffs.
Have you been to a play?
Let me get this off. The Lion King has been one of the longest running plays ever.
Cats. Are you familiar with Cats?
I've never seen Cats. I've never seen the movie.
I know
Cats.
that, but do you know how plays work?
I do know how plays work. I'm just saying I've seen the Lion King.
You're familiar with sets and the idea of sets.
Yes, but
and they move.
Which is, you're making my point for me. That's what I'm saying. I thought Lion King had a lot of things that would limit you just to doing it on a stage.
What?
What about the part where he kills the dude's dad? He's on a cliff. Like, how can you?
They have wire. They have a wire harness.
Next time you go to LA, I want to see this now.
New York.
Next time you go to New York.
We're going in August.
We're
all going to go see it.
I just want to see it.
I understand that, but you act like it's not possible.
I'm just saying that.
How do they roar if they're people? They have sound effects. Okay. Do they open their mouth?
Okay.
You know, Aladdin's magic carpet in Disneyland is on a wire.
They have paint on it. Like Scar had a paint in like a little lion head.
I would just like to see. I just would have thought there would have been a lot of. Okay, my bad. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. Well, I'm not the messenger.
You're not.
Don't shoot the messenger. Listen. so you went to go see this, and then you went to go see Hamilton.
I went to go see Hamilton.
First you went to go see Ham, and then you went to go see. Let me just get a pound of ham. Like
you do that more.
So you go to go see. Okay,
I go see The Lion King, and then I do my show in Brooklyn. I should talk about that, by the way.
Talk about it. We got time. It's our thing.
It is our thing. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Just
did you wear Tim's?
Quick. No.
Okay.
Quick note to people.
Okay.
When booking a comedy show, book a comedy show.
Yeah.
Not a comedy, birthday party, celebration.
Why do people be doing that?
They want the bang for the buck is what they want. We got all these people.
It's a bat mitzvah, but tell jokes.
Yeah. So comedians prefer to tell jokes at a comedy show. I'll just say that. Shout out to Brooklyn. You got me saying shout out.
Shout out. You said it more than me this episode.
I know. So me and my wife, at the end of the show, we go to see Hamilton. It's the second time I saw it. I saw it when it came to LA, and then I saw it when it came to. Now you know it's about Alexander Hamilton, who is dead. So they're just actors playing.
Doughboy's confused because he was alive during his lifetime.
Yeah, so George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, they're just actors.
I got it.
It's not
they're black.
I got it.
Okay, just watch. Don't know. You're like, is it the ghost of Hamilton? They have a whole bunch of $10 bills.
Hamilton is,
hey, Alex.
Hamilton is based on the play, though, right?
It's based on It's based on the story of Alexander Hamilton. Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote it because he had read the biography about Alexander Hamilton, how like Aaron Burr shot him after they were like frenemies for 30 years.
Got it.
So I go to Hamilton, and it is the most beautiful, creative piece of art I have ever seen.
And you said that last time you seen it. That was like 3 years ago, right?
I know.
And you felt that same. You got the same feeling.
Not even that same feeling. I felt like I should not be doing stuff.
Don't you? How do you combat that? Sometimes I feel like that when I watch Dave Chappelle do stand-up.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I be like, I don't even need to do this no more.
I want to work with these people in the future, but I have to be honest here. I'm gonna tell you what brought me back to reality. Okay. Same night we watched Hamilton, I watched Night School, and I was like, I can do it.
On the plane, right?
In the hotel. I paid $17.99
to watch Night School. Ooh.
What?
What was your review on that?
DVD doesn't even cost.
Hold on. What was your review on that?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I love it.
10 out of 10.
I like it.
You keeping it real with the okay.
Mm-hmm. I like movie jokings.
Was it worth the $17.99, Kev?
What? I'd have paid $34. Double me up. I love it.
Okay, so
But before that, I saw Hamilton, the lyrics, the block. As a playwright, the blocking alone.
What's the blocking mean?
See, that's what I thought they would have ran into in Lion King. It would have been tough on the blocking.
The blocking is the movement of characters on stage. So Hamilton is like a kaleidoscope of movement. You remember kaleidoscopes and the people are moving in the
That was a Khalees album, but yeah, I got you. Like milkshake brings all the boy to the yard.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I'll be good.
Bro, the rapping, the singing.
It's rapping in it? I thought this was based on back in the day.
So Lin-Manuel, it's almost all minorities. It's 99. This one was 90%. There was like 2 white people in it. King George and one of the people in the company was
Latinos?
White. Almost all black, Latino, and Asian. The one I saw in LA was just black and Latino. This one had a couple Korean dudes in it. So it's a rap version of Alexander Hamilton's life. Like
a rap version? You didn't tell me this.
How do you not know about Hamilton?
That's probably one of the most commonly known things about
Everybody knows about Hamilton.
Y'all not about to sit here and act like plays be rapping.
I haven't seen it.
Plays don't be rapping.
So that's what makes this so special.
That's why it's
nobody ever told me. Okay, I'll do the dance. Just show me the steps.
So
I got it.
Hamilton is basically a rap musical about Alexander Hamilton.
It's like hip hop beats.
Straight. He sampled. So I was looking at the liner notes. He had a license like 3 Biggie songs, like 10, 12 hip hop songs, like the 10 Crack Commandments.
What?
He made a song called the 10 Dual Commandments.
And it was all about this whole life in this world that they built?
Yeah, I was just about to say I'll take you when you come to LA, but these tickets you got to take yourself.
They hitting for the. I want to go. I'll make a little bit of pay.
They're not a stack. Yeah. Please don't tell me they're a stack.
Over a stack?
Let me just say this.
Kev, you know, I'm not. No,
I'm saying me and Melissa were on the 3rd row.
Okay, that's got to be $2,500 each.
And let me.
Don't hold on. Don't interject.
It wasn't that much.
Okay, I was about to say.
Well, no, I ain't got it like that.
But let me interject because there's a funny part of this story that you're probably not even glossing over. But Melissa told me something about you, and I want to scold you publicly for this. Now, when you were watching the show, did the guy notice you or anything? Listen, righteous and ratchet. Listen, this man be on his phone so much and it's irritating. And that's my best friend, but I gotta call him on this. He on his phone so much, he don't even see that somebody from the cast is trying to get his attention.
Mid-show?
Because he owned that phone. On that phone.
You know who I was
Get
texting?
Off that phone.
You know who I was texting?
Who?
Texting me?
You and Josh. I was texting in the Righteous and Ratchet group chat.
Stop.
That's when we were going back and
forth. That's what I was saying.
We were like, context.
And that's why you guys are like, what are you talking about? I was at Hamilton texting y'all.
So, yeah, he did.
So yeah, shut up.
But they noticed you.
So what happened was the man is James Monroe Eagleheart. Okay. So the Aladdin play on Broadway, he played the genie in the opening.
Oh, so he's just locking down these play streets.
Bro, he won a Tony for this. Okay. I took Melissa to see Aladdin in Broadway
and seeing him.
To see him. No, he had left the show and went to Hamilton. So now it's like going to see LeBron play, and LeBron got traded to the Cavs, but nobody told you.
Oh, okay.
It was like that. Like everybody in the Broadway community knew, but not in the Broadway.
Unbeknownst to you.
Unbeknownst to me, huh?
Did you hit him?
No, I don't know him like that.
Oh.
So I'm gonna tell you what happened. So when I go to Hamilton, I had forgot he was in Hamilton when I bought. I was like, we'll just see Hamilton. This would be great. And he is Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson. Right. So when he comes out, I'm like, oh, Liz, I forgot.
The boy.
He recognized me. Listen, Kev. And I look at him. He gives me the eye from the stage.
From the stage?
He's rapping. Black guy head nod. And this is why. Remember that dude at ADD who worked for the Clippers? He would never give the black guy head nod.
He never would.
He would see us walking. Never black guy head nod.
I hated
James Monroe, Eaglehart, black guy head nodded me from the stage on Hamilton.
While he was performing. And you in your phone texting.
I wasn't in my phone like that. Okay. I promise I wasn't. Because I was really enjoying the show. I was just like, man, I got to remind me. I was like, remind me to talk about Hamilton. And at that time.
He just happened to. Okay.
Just happened. I wasn't just on
I thought you were in your phone the whole time.
No. Okay. I really wasn't. I was just like, I got to get this off before I forget.
Right.
So after the show, I'm clapping, standing up. His like bow is on our side of the stage. He looks at me and is like, you want to come backstage?
Wow. I do. I like it.
What? I want to come backstage?
Absolutely.
He takes us backstage. The dude who plays James Madison and Hercules, I was going to say Hercules Mullicus, so the guy's name is Hercules Mulligan, right? And he was a spy in the Revolutionary War.
That's a strong name.
Me and my kids listen to the Hamilton album all the time. JoJo couldn't say Mulligan to save his life.
Right.
He was always saying Hercules Mullicus. We just thought it was funny. So that dude, he's on the stage. He dapped me up like, yo, I've been a fan of yours since the Playmakers. Wow. I grew up in the church, right? It gets better.
Oh, more?
So
There's more?
Dapped me up. James Monroe is like, yo, we got a famous people's wall here. I want you to sign it.
Wow.
On Broadway.
On Broadway.
Wow.
I'm talking about like the famous people of the world. Obama, Viola Davis. These are the type of people that come backstage.
And they wanted you to sign it.
He let me sign it because it's like invite only.
Wow.
Because he's like legit famous on Broadway.
Right.
Like he's like the Idris Elba of Broadway. Like he gets paid more because when he's in a show, people come, right?
He drives them tickets.
We chop it up. Text me. He took a picture. He texted me, yo, whenever you're in New York, you want to come pull up. I'm like,
what?
First of all, how do you even know who I just be making my video.
You out here.
Right? And they are the stars. And I'm in awe of this, right? We leave Hamilton. We call the Uber, going to across the street, go to the hotel. And me and Melissa are like, man, when we come back to New York, what are we going to see? Like, I don't know if I'm like Wicked or like these other Broadway plays. Like, I like to see the ones I want, which is basically Disney movies.
So there's like I see a ton of plays that be happening.
It's Broadway, dope boy.
Do you know what Broadway is?
I mean, nah. Not like as it relates to plays.
What do you?
If this is a teachable moment, teach me.
Broadway is relating to plays. Like, that is
the stuff you know about, the stuff you have no.
I mean, that's just where all the famous plays go.
So yes,
okay,
for the most part, yes, famous plays, Most of the Broadway plays are musicals.
Like Raisin the Sun, when Diddy was doing it, would have been there.
Yes, okay. But that's not a musical. So they'll have like Jeff Daniels was doing, just like where they To Kill a Mockingbird.
That's a musical?
Right down the street. No. Oh. So some are not musicals.
Okay.
Right? But most of them are. So Cats, Kinky Boots, Wicked. Wicked is the Broadway interpretation of the Wizard of Oz story.
I heard Kinky Boots was good.
Kinky Boots is great. My boy Ken Moses in it.
Kinky Boots?
Kinky Boots. It's about transgender or a drag queen. So Christians. Okay, but gotcha. he was the star.
Christians.
So did you minister at all? He's saved, but did you minister? He plays a drag queen, so maybe he's not saved. So but we saw that in LA. So you know, on the cruise, like you go on the cruises, they have the shows that are free on the cruises.
I never watched them.
What do you be doing?
I don't know, but I feel so uncultured. Oh, did I do that?
You're making some pretty
good. Okay. I never knew that there was like a whole thing though.
Yeah.
I need to get into plays.
We need to do only in New York and take Doe
and just do top plays.
Yes.
I want to see
Broadway, only in New York.
I want to see Hamilton now for sure.
We'll go to a matinee. Those are cheaper than the regular ones. So anyway, we're leaving. I go across the street to go to the bathroom. I'm like, yo, what should we see next? So now, next to Hamilton, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, which is the Temptations Broadway play.
It's a TLC song.
Yes, it is. You like Ain't Too Proud to Eggs, which is
no, don't give him that.
I'm not. I want
going to the bathroom.
Okay.
I see Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Come on in. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I go to the bathroom and I come going to the bathroom. Girls run in like, hey, Kev on stage, come on stage.
In the bathroom?
And I turn around. No, not in the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom in the hotel while the Uber's coming. We are big fans. We are starring in Ain't Too Proud to Beg. It opens on Thursday. Rihanna's gonna be there. Do you want tickets?
What?
Rihanna's
Phone to
there.
replay?
The Lorraine Toussaint, which was the villain in the second or third season of Orange is the New Black. She wrote the book on Ain't Too Proud to Beg. She's like, we're big fans of you. Like, please come see the show. And I'm like, I got to go. I got a show in New Orleans. We're flying out that night. Like, I'm not gonna be in New York. But when I come back to New York, me and my wife will come see it.
How does that feel, man? It's starting to happen.
I don't know. I don't believe it ever. I'm always genuinely surprised every time because I never put like what Broadway is and what I do, at least on Instagram,
right,
is so different to me.
Right.
All it really is, man, people just be like, man, when I want to go laugh, I go check out your page and you make me laugh. And it's really the same way Johnny Carson had his opening monologue and he talked about current events. Like, that's essentially what I do. Like on my page. And you
locked it in with a vision 7-8 years ago, so I make a video a day.
And every day. And people really rock with it. So I was like, dang, like these are Broadway actors are so talented to me because they can act, they can sing, they freaking got to perform 8 times a week. They only have Monday off for years.
How 8 times a week?
So they have Monday off, 2 shows on Saturday, and maybe 2 shows on Wednesday.
I got to go to a play. I've never been to a play.
Oh,
I was in a play. I started in a play, but I've never been to one that I wasn't in.
You were in a plate.
Shut up.
So we should go in New York.
Okay.
But anyway, so that was like sobering. So I was feeling like, I'm not creative. I don't know how Lin-Manuel did it. I cannot do what he can do, and I can't. Mm-hmm. However,
he can't do what you can do.
And that's my thing. He grew up in Broadway. He wrote another play called In the Heights. He started off doing, like, he was built to do Broadway, and he brought his element to Broadway and switched it up. And I'm just bringing my element to social media and switching it up. And people respect me the way I respect them.
People buy from people.
And
if you could just be like, that's people don't understand. Like, it's, you know, especially in LA, there's a lot of talented people here, but if you can give them your individuality, the quirky way that you look at the world.
And when you come to that show,
I gotta go see it.
Now. I'm talking about when you come see me.
Oh yeah, it do be lit.
It's bro, that Columbia show we just did.
Ooh. Yeah.
Woo. Sorry, Josh.
It's okay. No, I thought about it. I was like,
it was fire.
I was so nervous.
It was in a tent, huh?
Let me tell y'all something. This ain't even been announced yet because you're watching live.
Oh man.
Do I even know this?
Should I do it?
Do it.
Kev, we gotta put the sellout into existence.
Go ahead, man.
Chicago. I'm waiting for the contract. It's not here yet. 10,000 seater. I'm going for in Chicago.
I say let's do it.
10,000 people.
I say
I am going for it. I want it to be. If you are a fan and you're in that area, come because this will be the moment where you're like, I was there.
That's a big moment.
I don't care from wherever. I was there. We were 10,000. I'm trying to sell 10,000 seats.
And you will.
May 24th in Chicago, Illinois. Mark your calendars. I'm going for stuff. And this will be 10 times more than any tickets I ever sold. I think the most we did in Houston last year was like 1,100.
Well, I have a personal testimony that I'd like to place on that. This had happened to me in the gym the other day, and I'll place it here. So I have been doing my sets, whatever, because I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to get sexy by the summer. All right, so cool. Doing my thing. And I do this thing where I got to run back and forth and like pick up a ball and take it. It's super hard. And you got to do it. It's a timed exercise. So I get to the final end. My trainer's like, you know what? If you don't do this within a minute and 30 seconds, you're going to have to do the whole set over. And I remember at the time just thinking, there's no way that I'm going to be able to do this. I'm super duper tired. But I didn't want to have to do it all the way over. So I dumbed it out, and then I beat my time by like 14 seconds.
Let's go!
So I say that to say, it's all in your mind, dog. If you think you can do it, you can do it.
The 95.
The show's in May, right?
May 24th.
We got to do it.
Friday.
We got to do it.
10,000 people. I don't care.
That's almost 2 exact. No, I'm saying there's time.
Chance the Rapper. Call him. I bought Coloring Book. I went to the concert.
Obama, pull up.
B-Rock. Also, you bet me that you're going to weigh less than me by your
you want to
birthday.
say this on camera?
You bet
Yes.
me, didn't you?
We have to
what
put
was it, 1,000?
everything's
Are we
on
really
wax.
going to do the bet?
You wanted because
I would
you know
love to.
1,000.
1,000. I will weigh less than
When's
you
your
by
birthday?
August 21st.
By August 21st,
Kevin, I'm telling you, I
Doughboy
want my
has
money.
to weigh less than me. I'll give it to you gladly.
I'm going to get my money.
August 21st, Doughboy
August 21st.
bet me, and you're watching it.
And starting right now, I'm 315 and you're 250. So he got a 65-pound head
You
start.
have a better shot of marrying Regina Hall tomorrow than you have of weighing less than me by your birthday. Because I'm back too.
What that mean?
I hired a trainer.
What that mean?
That means pay me my
Kevin,
money
you don't-
in cash.
Kev.
100.
Okay.
Blue face only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to let you know. I'm going to You look like
Bust
you
down,
look like
Heaviana.
Heaviana? Looking like Blue Apron face.
So anyway,
All right, that's the bet. Bets.
Bet, and I want my money on time. I don't want to hear no, my daughter, my rent. I don't care. Be homeless.
So I'm gonna let you know now, because I'm gonna be.
You're 315 now.
315 now.
You ain't gonna sniff me. You ain't going. Ain't no
I'm
way.
telling
on
you
God's
now.
green earth.
I'm telling you, you might want to put a jacket on. I had dang it. No, let me say it.
No,
you might
no
want
way it's
to.
gonna be
I got it.
No way it's gonna be.
You
funny,
better
though.
pack a lunch. Because that's what they say when it's about to be like a hard thing.
Joe, I love you.
Okay.
You'll be paying me $1,000.
Okay, I want my money.
Okay. Let's move on to one gotta go.
One gotta
We've
go.
been talking for a long
Yeah,
time.
we can only do
and
one
I don't
now.
care.
We can
No,
only
we can do two. It's our podcast. Well, you gotta be somewhere.
I don't.
All right.
10,000 seats.
That's what we going for, cuz.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna do.
One gotta go.
Want to do that one?
Let's do the other one first because you're out of your
Yes.
mind.
Okay.
So the Right Pack, they put these in a Patreon. And I said back to the person who suggested this isn't even fair because they're not equal. I pitched it to Doughboy and he said it's more than fair, and that's when I knew we had a good one. This was a suggestion. One gotta go in all their work, all associated acts. Barry Gordy, Quincy Jones, Babyface, and Diddy.
Okay.
I was like, okay, take Diddy out of that.
No, you can. First of all, Diddy is the first to stay. Diddy is so important to the culture, you fool. First of all, with no Diddy, you're not getting Mary J. Blige's first album. He did produce that thing. You're not getting the Notorious B.I.G. You are not getting the wordsmith that the world knew as Craig Mack. Flavor in your ear.
Okay,
That's all you
That's
heard,
not-
flavor. You realize this ain't even, it's not even a competition. A competition is Quincy Jones, Barry Gordy, and Babyface. Now you're talking. Diddy.
Diddy.
Diddy?
Do you know how important Diddy is to hip hop culture? Total
Quincy.
112.
I will fight
Peaches
you.
and cream.
I hate Slim's voice.
Why do you hate Slim's voice?
What you crying about?
No,
Stop
you just
whining,
mad
Slim.
because it took you till you were 31 to know he wasn't talking about peaches and cream. something else he was talking
Shut up! What you crying for? Where's the bass?
I would take you to
Shut up!
I would take you to task to say Diddy is more influential than Babyface.
Listen. I'm gonna go off your ignorance. What I'm telling you, you're just unaware of how many songs Kenny Babyface Edmonds has written.
Why don't you refresh my memory?
Hand me
Give
my
a hot
phone,
one.
Josh, because I don't even want to forget how many I'll sock you, first of all. The best thing
Diddy,
Diddy
bro.
ever gave us was making the band.
You stop that.
The best
right
thing
now.
Diddy ever gave us was making the band.
DC just walked in the room.
A black cloud just walked in. I got something to say.
Looks like a cumulonimbus.
Bro, Diddy?
Okay.
Okay.
I know.
that was
I'm joking.
disrespectful, Kev.
Doughboy should be fought. Okay. First of all, list of songs written by Babyface, 393. Let me just read to you some of the greats. Ain't Nothing Wrong, Whitney Houston. Always in My Heart, Tevin Campbell. Another Sad Love Song, Tony Braxton. This is just a few. Baby, 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 TLC. These are just a few. He's also writing for Ariana Grande today. Okay,
He's still writing.
His bags.
songwriters don't go out of business.
That's true.
When you write songs, you just new artists come and go. I will write for anyone. Okay, this is just a few. Okay, no, don't change your mind. Okay. Keep that same energy. Okay. Best thing I never had. Beyonce, one of the songwriters.
You wrote for Beyonce?
Kenneth Babyface Evans. I knew you didn't respect him. It's fine. He goes on. I mean, actually, I think people know. Breathe Again. Tony Braxton.
He wrote Breathe Again.
Can We Talk? Tevin Campbell. This is just his Wikipedia. Okay, now we only at the C's.
Okay.
We only at, I know, Catching Feelings, Justin Bieber.
But see,
Babyface is one of the writers.
Okay, but
Count on Me, Whitney Houston and CC.
In my defense,
you didn't know.
I thought it was just going off him and his discography.
No,
I didn't know about all the other songs he wrote.
Everything
I didn't know he wrote that many other songs.
Bro, Babyface wrote.
Okay, I didn't
So
know that.
I'm giving you a chance. Do you want to change your mind? Or you want me to keep going? Digging on You, TLC, Don't Be Cruel, Bobby Brown.
No, Don't Be Cruel.
This is Kenneth, baby. You know how rich Babyface
was? Okay, Kevin.
I told you he was going to upset. I told you Diddy shouldn't have been in this.
Diddy should still be in it though.
Diddy shouldn't be in it.
Diddy,
it's a generational gap.
But hold on, this was
End of the Road,
okay.
Boys to Men.
He wrote End of the Road?
Yes, I told every little step. Bobby Brown. Every time I close my eyes, Mariah Carey, Exhale, Whitney Houston, Fairweather Friend, Johnny Gill.
He wrote Fairweather Friend?
You know what? You can't disrespect Diddy, but Diddy should, I mean...
Okay.
I'm not disrespecting Diddy. What I'm saying
you disrespect Diddy by saying the only thing he's contributed was making the band. That was just
disrespect making the band.
Hold on.
Making the band changed the culture.
I'm not mad at making the band.
Now, me not knowing how many songs Babyface has written was just as equally egregious as you not knowing who Anita Baker was until last year.
Absolutely.
So hop up off of your soapbox, Playboy. You did not even know who Anita Baker is.
So
that's why Tony mad now.
I didn't grow up with Anita Baker. She came out before my time.
But no, she came up with you.
No, Anita Baker's last album that she released was in 92 or 94. Rapture, which was her biggest selling album, was like 83 or 84.
What I'm saying,
I wasn't purchasing music at that time.
Double was 18 at the time.
He was 88. I wasn't even turning the radio. When Babyface was out, I'm like, oh, I like this. TLC, I'm choosing to put this on. It was someone older than me's responsibility to play Anita Baker for me.
What was somebody's responsibility to tell me all the songs that Babyface wrote?
No, because Babyface was writing songs while you were choosing to listen to music.
How was
Anita
Baker came out. They never respect the writer, though. They never told us this.
But when Babyface was writing CDs, they still had liner notes. Now they don't have it on Apple Music. I understand.
They have it on Tidal.
Then, they still have, they have it on Tidal.
Okay, so are y'all really telling me that when a song is fire, you be like, ooh, who wrote this?
I look at production.
Really?
I look at the producer.
That was one of the things, I read the liner
So
notes.
back to that one gotta go, okay, Babyface obviously is staying, but Diddy is staying too.
He can't.
Talk to me about Berry Gordy. I know he did Motown.
That's all you need to know.
But I feel like Bad Boy was just as I feel like Bad Boy was so instrumental in hip hop, bro. Like I know that I'm joking about the Craig Mack stuff, but Mace, he used to do stuff with Jodeci. Like Diddy was, and he gave you a clothing line, and he gave you Ciroc. Diddy is that guy.
I feel like Diddy, a better argument would be like Diddy, Jay-Z, Russell Simmons. Like that's probably an argument within their classes.
But Berry Gordy, he didn't write songs though, right?
He produced a lot and he found a lot of acts. I don't think he wrote in that.
Do you feel like he's more important than Diddy? Because Quincy Jones was the other one, right?
See, they're different generations.
Quincy Jones is fire.
I feel like this is a tough one.
Diddy also beat his artists out of deals like crazy. He also gave us Dream. He also robbed us of Danity Kane. They were fire, and then he ruined them. O-Town.
Okay, so we all know Quincy Jones he not going nowhere because he worked on Thriller. So cool. Quincy Jones is safe. Babyface is safe.
Quincy's just not going anywhere. Period.
Yeah. So yeah, cool. Quincy's good. Babyface is good. After what you've just told me, now it's Berry Gordy and Diddy. I'm taking Diddy over Berry Gordy. I'm taking Berry.
Let me just.
But let's look it up.
I'm looking it up. Don't pull your phone out.
I'm with Doughboy.
You're Berry Gordita.
But because of that, is that because you relate more with Diddy than you do for?
Just tell me,
Doughboy. You just don't respect. Let me just remind you of who was in Motown. Okay. Let me just remind you.
You lose Motown.
Let me just remind you of the associated acts: Jackson 5.
Yeah, there's no shot.
Diana Ross and the Supremes, Smokey Robinson, Temptation, Stevie Wonder, Four Tops, Miracles, Marvin Gaye, Jackie Wilson, Martha and the Vandellas, Rockwell. That's all Motown.
Diddy got to go.
Get Diddy out of here.
Hold
See,
on,
but Diddy can't be in that.
That's what I said. That was my whole precipice.
I'm with Kev on this. Diddy can't be in this.
Not even in this class.
There's no way.
These are iconic, legendary statuses.
Diddy is iconic and legendary in his own way, but not to this degree. This is a godfather of music talk.
This is Godfather.
No, I'm still sticking to my guns. No, because listen. I'm a hip hop head.
Oh, that's fine. Motown isn't hip hop.
Can I finish my thought?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm a hip hop head. And the Notorious B.I.G. is that impactful to hip hop that I can't lose Biggie.
I agree with you.
I can lose. Who was the other people you said?
Here's my thing about this. Here's my thing.
What's your thing?
I'm going to tell you.
Tell me your thing.
He's going to tell you.
Biggie would have been Biggie without Diddy.
That is not true. That is not true.
So Diddy taught Biggie how to rap?
No, you were listening to Kirk Franklin back in the day. You know nothing of the things you are saying.
That's not.
No, Biggie.
Irrelevant.
No,
You were a
no,
Biggie sperm.
No, Biggie at the time, it was Diddy's brainchild who was to put him in the Versace, to make him a heartthrob when he was fat, black, and ugly as ever.
Heartthrob never.
He was the genius that saw that.
Juicy.
Bro, and I will take...
Okay. I concede that
I will
point.
take Biggie over anybody that was on Motown. I'm sorry. Just for me.
Biggie himself wipes out the entire Motown.
Bro, tell me the people that... Listen.
Now these people...
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
They were in here integrating the Copacabana. They were performing for all white people for racism.
Jackson 5, right?
Yeah, they were
cannot lose
the Supremes were the first black group to ever headline the Copacabana. But you want Juicy.
Hold on.
But you want Juicy and they were ending racism?
Hold on.
Diddy?
Hold on. Your nickname in high school was Juicy. First of all, you relax. Second of all, okay, you talk about the Supremes. Whose music had more of an impact on your life? The Supremes or Biggie?
Here's my thing.
The Temptations or Biggie? Need I say Jackson 5 or Biggie? If we're just going on music.
My life, them. I was not.
Your life.
I got a
Temptations.
Well, I grew up.
If somebody told me that I can never listen to another Temptations album, I'd be like, and?
Who do you think Diddy learned how to be a mogul from, if not Barry Gordy?
I'm not saying that that's not the question, though. The question is we got to lose one person in all their work. And I feel like I can lose Barry Gordy's work.
You sound like a tuba.
I feel like I can lose his work. Because that's Biggie, bruh. You know how many people Biggie influenced? Biggie influenced Jay. So if he's not influenced by Biggie, we don't get Jay.
Okay, but
you don't know that.
Jay has said that.
They came up. They came up.
He don't know you.
He does.
I'm just saying, I'm not being disrespectful to Motown artists.
You're being disrespectful to Marvin Gaye.
I love Marvin Gaye.
He don't respect.
But if you got to tell me that I can't listen to no more Biggie,
you are.
If I can't listen to Mary J. Blige's first album, if I can't listen to Come and Talk to Me, which Diddy produced the remix. Like, I don't think you guys remember what Diddy did.
I know what Diddy did.
All about the Benjamins.
I was just siding with Diddy.
Mason Betha.
I was just siding with
Mason Betha. I'm just saying, bro, that was a golden era.
Okay,
from
let's talk about how much music. Okay, Biggie's what? 2 albums?
2 albums.
Okay, Mace, how many good albums?
1.
Harlem World?
Yes.
That's 3 good albums?
Yes.
Okay.
Diddy's solo album, No Way Out. 5. Bro, it can happen.
You can't live without No Way Out? You can't live without No Way Out?
You can live without No Way Out. I was going to say, hold on.
I'll give you No Way Out. Okay?
What?
So you
total?
got 4? No, now you can't bring total.
Room 112.
Okay, okay, I'll give you 6. Okay?
Now tell me the albums that you got.
Well, the Jackson 5.
Okay, but are you really listening to the Jackson 5 music?
Here's my thing.
I'm being real because I know that sometimes I can come off as an antagonist.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Here's what I'm saying. Impact. Motown's impact is wildly bigger than Bad Boy's impact on music overall.
Now, not saying hip hop, not just
Diddy's
saying hip hop.
influence in hip hop, I'll give you. Music, I'm talking about Motown was breaking barriers, racial barriers.
Okay. And I appreciate all of that. What I'm saying to you, Kevon,
the Temptations movie
is that from
ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
From like 1995, like Diddy, it's just something that he brought to the game that I've never seen, and he had a real strong chokehold on it, and I just would not want to lose it. This is when I was in high school.
Steve Land Morris was originally signed.
I don't know who that is.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh,
that's his given name.
That's his real name.
Steve
There
Land
would
Morris.
be no R&B.
Oh wait, Motown gave us Stevie.
Yeah,
Yes,
I read
just said
that off.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I said that. I'm sorry. Steve Land Hardaway Judkins. I'm sorry. I think I said Morris.
So wait, Motown gave us Stevie.
I said that at the
Yes.
very beginning, but you want to cry about Biggie's first 2 albums, Stevie Wonder.
Diana Ross?
Only. I said
No,
that.
just based
I
on
know you
Stevie
did.
alone.
I said that.
I Never Dreamed You Live in Summer is one of my favorite songs in the world.
At 11 years old, he
I
signed to
never-
Motown's Tamla label at the age of 11.
Okay.
Continued performing and recording for Motown into the 2010s.
Okay. Well,
Sign, Still Deliver, Superstition, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. All Motown. I mentioned Stevie, but Biggie in hip hop culture,
Okay.
I'm not afraid to lose it. Total, no way out. Stevie Wonder alone.
Okay, you're right.
I'll take
Okay,
Stevie
okay.
Wonder over Diddy.
Okay. You're in a
Sorry.
safe place. All right. I officially will remove Diddy.
Thank you.
Diddy got to go. But I want it to be noted for the record that Diddy is my hero.
To Diddy's defense,
I love him.
he shouldn't be up against these 3.
That's what I.
Okay, well, then let's have.
You check the text. I said.
I know.
I don't
remember.
think this is fair to Diddy. It's harder with Berry Gordy, Quincy Jones, and Babyface.
If
Now,
we
you know
circle
what?
back and do a hip
Now,
hop
you know what?
mogul
Actually,
edition, he
Hip-hop
fits
mogul-
perfect.
Wait, time.
If you come back to Diddy one more time,
You know what?
I
I'm
will
gonna
fist
come back
fight
to
you.
you. know what? You told me this.
You don't believe Fat Meat Greasy.
No. You told me
you don't believe Fat Meat Greasy.
You told me don't ever be guilty for saying what I believe.
Oh my!
I take it back.
I take back
Biggie's
that
that. Biggie's.
I take back saying that.
No, I would take Biggie because I don't really listen to Stevie Wonder like that. I do love him. I do think he got some fire records, but the impact that Diddy had on my life and my generation, I'm taking Diddy over Berry Gordy. And if that makes me look stupid, then that's okay.
Okay,
I can live with that.
Own your piece.
Because I don't think y'all are understanding the impact he had on the game.
I don't think you understand.
and-
Motown
I am
had.
understanding that. I'm looking at music overall. These people, Berry Gordy, well, Quincy, we're not even arguing.
Yeah. And Babyface, 'cause I didn't
They
know
are
he was-
crossing genres.
Right.
Berry Gordy, they're destroying barriers.
But see, this is the thing. This, you know what? And now I'm going to stand on it even more.
Stand on it.
If Diddy doesn't do what he does, because Diddy was up under L.A. Reid at, what was the record?
LaFace.
LaFace.
Which was, who's the face in
Babyface.
that?
Okay. So
Disrespect.
So the fact of what Diddy was able to do gave so many other artists the wherewithal to start their own labels.
Okay, let me
And
just read
I
off
can't.
to you.
The impact that he's had on the game.
Hold on.
Is entirely
No,
too
keep
big.
going. Keep going.
So no, I have to ride with Diddy on this, and I do love Stevie Wonder. That's no disrespect, but if you take away Biggie, bruh, Biggie's like you just
Let me
said.
tell you, let me
Biggie only
tell you.
did 2 albums, and he's in most people's top 5. That should let you know something about those albums.
Let me read you the current acts on Bad Boy.
Oh God. Okay.
Puff Daddy, Cassie. Woo! What would one do without Cassie? Okay, Janelle Monáe, she's safe. Love her. Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly, for real.
MGK's Bad Boy.
French Montana, the Great. Bow Wow.
Bow Wow's not bad.
Bow Wow. Quincy.
But we're not talking.
Hitman. Previous acts. Biggie, rest in peace, the great.
God rest his
Craig Mack, rest in peace. Total, love them. 112, hate Slim's voice. Mace sat and coached with Melissa 4 weeks ago. Thank you, Diddy.
Okay.
Lil Kim, help me through
Lil
puberty.
Kim was fire.
The Locks.
Fire. Oh, I forgot about
Black
that.
Rob, one song, Like
Oh.
Whoa. Kane, Asim, Mark Curry, Megan Nicole, Jordan McCoy. Know any of these people? Carl Thomas, I wish he had more records. Shine. Shout out to Diddy. He's in jail. Dream.
He's not in jail anymore.
Is he out?
He been out.
He's still in the dark. G-Dep, Loon, The Band, Fuzz Bubble, 8 Ball at MJG, Marina Cello, Boys in the Hood, Cherry Dennis, Kalina Harper. Heard any of these people? No.
He ain't.
Tammy Rougerie, B5,
See,
Young Jock.
Doughboy's doing something that he normally does, which is okay. Is you're putting Diddy as a whole in his brand and his entrepreneurship is what you see him as a hero for.
Let me continue. That's a fantastic point, Josh.
Right.
But
I respect that.
We're not finishing here. You don't leave out Young Jock.
I drank a lot of Ciroc in my day too.
Young Jock is bad boy?
Yes. Okay. Loving hip hop fame. Dirty Money. She came from the band. Gorilla Zoe. Danny DeCane. Jerome. Just the dude named Jerome. Just Jerome.
Okay.
Christian Daniel. Does Diddy develop artists over a long period of time? Do people have 20, 30-year careers with Diddy? Or do they get an album or two before they hate him? Album or two. King Los.
Okay.
Chopper City.
King Los is fire.
Day 26.
King Los is fire.
Yeah.
Elephant Man. Donnie Klang. Foxy Brown. I like her. When you were with Motown, you could stay there for an album or two or your whole life. Like Stevie Wonder did. 11 years old. Because Berry Gordy took care of his people. Did he do that?
Hold on. We're not going to start talking character traits of
we're
Diddy.
not. Yeah.
Why? You're running a record label. Barry Gordy's running a record label. Who's running it better? People who get 10 albums out of you, decades worth.
We made our decisions already.
I'm sticking with Diddy. Barry Gordy can go.
Diddy takes advantage of his artists and throws them away.
Oh my gosh. I am not going to be
Who
waxed
of
with
Diddy's
that.
acts has had 3 albums under Diddy? Name me one.
French Montana?
French Montana has yet to make an album. I don't count anything
Talking
he's made.
about he's yet to make
I
an
said
album.
album, not singles.
Biggie?
2.
The Biggie duets?
The Biggie duets.
I'm ready. Okay. This has been a long episode.
And we got one more.
We got one more.
What was
We're like an hour and a half.
I think we could save that one because
One gotta go.
Greg and Kinley are on their way.
I'll be there when they get there. It takes them an hour. I saw the text.
Oh, just making sure.
Right.
One more. What was the other one?
I don't want to do this one, guys. That's what I was trying to say. Greg and Kinley were on the
sweaty.
way. I don't want to do it.
All right, what is it?
I don't want to do it, guys.
You got it?
It's a rap one, guys.
No.
This episode's
All
an hour and a
right,
half.
fine.
Jeez.
I'm upset anyway.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
It was a Kendrick and Cole one, right? Oh. Kendrick, Cole, and Drizzy.
No, we got it. We got
to save that because that's a whole. I can't. My blood pressure was already up once.
Let's do it.
No.
Let's do it.
I know very much wine.
Let's do it. All right, so the last one is going to be Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
Now let me start.
You know,
the reason
Drake
why we didn't put a fourth in there.
I just said let me start.
I wish you would try to
Who's
take
the fourth?
I was going to say yay.
No, because that's...
But we hate him now.
Yeah.
It's hard because we hate him.
But I was gonna say as a career in music, it's.
But I feel like he's not in their class. He's maybe a class before them.
Big Sean? No, Big Sean.
No, there's no. That's why we went with 3 because there's really nobody else that could.
Three. Okay.
Oh,
if you try to take Drake out first, I'll back slap.
I'm gonna take out who I want to take out first.
I know who he's gonna take out, and I'm gonna
tell you
have to
who stays first.
Okay.
And that is facts.
Who?
And that is the artist who gave us Good Kid, Mad City.
So it's Kendrick,
which should have won album of the year, especially rap album of the year.
Okay.
Macklemore, you should give it back.
I think Taylor didn't win.
So Kendrick's
Kendrick Lamar.
No, that was over. I think that was over.
Is the best rapper rapping. My personal favorite rapper is Toby.
Toby, I need that feature, man.
That's not
get that. I'm working on that.
Love Toby.
Let's focus on this episode.
But as far as doing it the very much bester and had the wherewithal to be fearless enough to release To Pimp a Butterfly, knowing he was as hot as he was. He said, you know what, don't put me in a box. He hit up Jay-Z and asked him, what should I do? Because I want to release this thing. It's kind of weird, kind of different. Jay said, do it now and they'll never be able to put you in a box. Remember his Grammy performance? Was it Grammy performance we came out in the chains?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that the Grammys?
That was for one of the, I think, unreleased.
Oh, wait, somebody said Chance to be number
Untitled
4.
Chance
Chance ain't on that level.
Okay.
And I like Chance, but he's not on that level.
no.
That's no shade to Chance.
So that's your first one.
So
Chance just
Kendrick
started.
stays first.
Okay, so first off the board.
Oh, my God, Drake. Okay.
We get it.
Doughboy
Drizzy Drake
is the fat version of him.
I
My
am.
first 20 million view.
But even before that, Drake don't make bad albums. Drake makes nothing. Views was not a bad...
Dunk.
You know the crazy thing? I was just listening to Views the other day, sitting there like, why do people hate this album so
Nah,
much?
but cohesively, More Life wasn't his best.
More Life was fire, though.
Boring.
His bad albums are better than some people's good albums.
You know what Drake does well?
What?
Steal other people's flows.
Okay. Do you want to fight
Steal
now?
other people's flows.
Do you wanna fight?
Cultural are you from Toronto? Are you from Houston? Are you Jamaican?
He's from the Sikhs.
Are you from... Okay, then why are you rapping like a Jamaican
People
half
weren't
the
even
time?
calling it the Sikhs
Why are you
before he
rapping
was.
like a Houstonian
That's
half the time?
facts.
Who are you, Drake? Why are you in blackface?
That was years ago for play.
Why did you respond to Pusha T when he lit you up?
Oh man, that was it was crickets.
Where were you?
And he's like,
You
hey
from
guys,
the
remember I got an
streets,
album coming out.
shooters. Pusha.
Okay, enough of that. All right, so you got your first one out. Kendrick.
Culture appropriation.
So now you got Kendrick gone. So now you got Drake and J. Cole, and I have J. Cole and Kendrick.
You want to go first? Because Josh, I know how Josh.
I'll go.
There's no way we're all gonna agree on this.
Okay, I'll go on this one. Now listen. Listen this.
You listen this.
I like them both. I like
it.
This is really hard because I have a personal connection with J. Cole because when I moved here, he had just dropped. What was his first mixtape?
Which year was that?
2009.
2009.
He had just dropped
the warm up or
the warm up.
The warm up.
And that was such a great.
He was warming up Hot Pocket when that came out.
Shut up.
He's like, oh, this song just as long as Hot Pocket went. That's all I know when to grab
And
it.
I love the stuff he does, but Kendrick is by far a rap god, and if I had to lose one, J. Cole gotta go, man. J. Cole would just have. I can't lose Kendrick.
You can't.
I can't. Wait. Okay, who's yours first? Because I don't know.
Here's my thing. Of the two, Kendrick is so far above them for me.
Wow.
Above Drake?
Above Drake and J. Cole.
Really?
For me personally.
Okay.
Here's why. It's really good, Kid, Mad City. As a
album.
storytelling out, I was running the streets as a Blood in Compton. I mean, as a story album, and I'm more inclined to storytelling, and I'm more inclined to cohesive albums, which is my problem with Drake. He be putting songs on there. I feel like Drake be writing music for you to pull captions out and make it your Instagram caption. Kendrick is like, let me tell you a story. This album has a feel. To Pimp a Butterfly has a feel.
Wait, no, I can't go there with you. Take Care definitely has a feel.
No, I'm not saying every Drake album.
Okay.
But Kendrick hasn't had a miss to me. I didn't really I get To Pimp a Butterfly. It wasn't my favorite. But so Kendrick is above them all. Okay. Duckworth, that Lost Out song.
That was fine.
So good. Okay. J. Cole, to be fair to J. Cole, love his work. I don't consume much J. Cole music personally.
Right.
Okay. Rest in peace to Uncle Phil. For real. Love it. He's from Fayetteville. My parents live in Fayetteville. Drake, in all his cultural
if you take
appropriation.
Drake off of your list, I just want you to know what's about to happen.
Me.
I just want you to know. We've been cool for a long time, bro. Hey, bro. But, bro.
Let me think about that.
And actually, I got to change mine. And I know this is going to maybe get me what was the word? Vitulence of the audience.
We need a word of the episode for Doughboy.
I think I'm gonna come. This is hard. But I actually enjoy J. Cole's albums more than I do Kendrick's. Now, mind you, I love
You're
Good
taking
City.
Kendrick off?
I think I'd have to lose Kendrick. Cole is that good. Born Sinner,
No
fire.
features. Platinum. Double platinum.
Bro.
No features. Personally, I said all that negativity about Drake, but the guy's still some fun music.
Bruh.
He's still.
I can't lose Drake at all. But I mean, but don't get me wrong, because they're all really good, and I love Kendrick. But if I gotta be like, I can only listen to J. Cole. I'm like J. Cole's last album. What was it called? The KOD.
KOD.
Man, KOD.
Bro,
master.
14. What was it? 14 something Forest Drive. The album.
2014 Forest.
Bro, that album.
Neighbors think I'm selling.
Bruh.
No, that was For Your Eyes Only.
And then what was the song that you had? Hello.
That was 2014.
Oh my god, I can't lose those.
So you're leaving Kendrick Lamar off?
I gotta lose.
K-Dot?
I gotta lose.
Kendrick Duckworth?
I gotta lose Kendrick. And I love Kendrick.
I am probably losing J. Cole.
Really?
Drake's best ability, he has a pulse for what people want to listen to. He steals it.
No, he don't steal it.
Oh, he stole bounce music.
He did still on Nice for What?
Nice for What?
That's New Orleans.
Steals
You heard
it.
me.
Or is that not a skill to know what's hot and be able to put your own spin on it?
It's taking a risk because More Life didn't pop off like that. Like he thought it would.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
I'm going to.
Okay. If Drake was in Game of
Yeah,
Thrones,
dumb answer.
he would be a faceless man. I'm gonna take off whatever face I need to give you whatever version of me that you need, and I'm gonna give it to you. But he's gonna sell albums.
See, but this is the thing that I think that a lot
one more
of people,
thing I want to say too.
No.
Let me say one more thing.
Let me cut you off.
Let me listen this.
Let me say this. This is what people don't give
Kendrick.
Listen, this is what people don't give Drake credit for at all. They try to say he's like wave hopping or whatever. Drake reaches back to seemingly unknown artists all the time and gives them a cosign. He did it for 21 Savage. He did it for Block Boy JB.
Also known as wave riding.
He did it for Migos. Nobody knew who the Migos was until he hopped on the Versace remix.
His own OVO artists don't necessarily get that same treatment, though.
Oh, because he can't steal from them. They're already signed to him.
Nah, man.
I rock with Drake.
Remember McConan?
Quiet.
Yeah.
Hop on a Drake song, buy McConan. I'll take that style. I like it.
But see, that's what you don't understand. Drake is just so good that he can do everything. Like what rapper have we seen control the game so much with singing and rapping?
I love that about Drake.
Last thing we had close was Ja Rule.
Hold on.
About singing and rapping? No, don't
makes
trip.
you laugh. But Josh, when you were a child, the summer of 02, believe it or not, that was a hot summer because of Ja. Ja and Ashanti gave me some great writing.
With the exception of Fire Festival, I love Ja.
He was so fun.
He was great.
I love
He's
Kendrick.
a joke now, but the 02.
He was hot. He was fire.
03?
So that's what I'm saying. To be able to make songs like that, and like y'all say that he like be wave hopping, I say that he just shows you.
Hold on. We're the
how
95
diverse-
Somebody said wrap this up. Bye.
Bye. Block them.
You can leave.
Block them.
Ain't
Block them.
nobody holding
No,
you.
just block them.
You can leave at any time.
Block
this
them.
our podcast. We don't want to wrap it up because I got 2 kids. Why? Because I didn't wrap it up.
Yep. Shut
We
up.
go raw for as long as we want
That's
to.
what we do.
You can leave.
Wrap it up.
You can leave.
Now though. So.
Okay, now here's one thing I want to say.
2 kids.
Here's one thing I want to say, and this is going to make it more difficult, and I do need to be home shortly.
Okay.
Live concerts.
Oh.
Of the 3, I think I'd have more fun
At a Drake concert. I've been to a Drake concert. First concert I ever
because
went to.
he's had more hits than both of them. Like top 40, everybody listens to these song hits. He also took a lot of hits from Pusha T. He didn't punch back.
Now let me say
I
this.
know
No.
Kanye.
No. A lot of people say this. A lot of people say
Blackface.
A lot of people say that Pusha really bodied Drake, and I really don't believe that he did. All he really did was bring some information. It really sounded like a catty.
I liked his.
Oh,
rap.
you got a kid? Like you know how many rappers be having kids that don't talk
He
about?
ruined Drake's whole rollout plan. He had a clothing line attached to Adi Don.
Nah.
That ain't come out.
Now it's checks over stripes.
Her boy got washed. Accept it.
Okay, so you losing J Cole.
I like the music the best of Kendrick. I like
Drake's music the best.
I like the content the best Kendrick than J. Cole. But I want to just have fun. Drake, he takes the cake.
Drake. And sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes Kendrick be rapping so fast I can't keep up.
I love Kendrick.
I be like,
he can't do no wrong.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying sometimes I don't want to think that.
Yeah,
much.
but you don't want to think. Drake, you just want to be like, bobbity. I don't care where this came from. I like it.
So you lost J. Cole. You got to go back home to Fayetteville.
I ain't home.
You gonna really lose it? This is your last chance.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
there we go.
Man, because KOD was such an album about content.
Bro.
Josh, I'd love to hear your take.
Oh yeah, who's yours?
By the way, Gonzi Tapes Volume 6 is out.
Volume 6 is out.
JOSHYGONZ.
It's a little slower. It's a little darker. I went through a little something last
Who are
month.
you taking off your list?
Obviously, number one, we'll let you speak, but J. Cole.
No, I think we're running out of time, guys.
Nah, man.
I'll fire on you.
It can be whatever.
All right.
Who's first off your list?
We give him a chance to answer.
To keep?
Yes.
Talking to keep. Cole's off.
Cole's off.
Cole's got to stay.
Josh.
I'm wearing a Dreamville hat right now.
He's Dreamville.
And it's not only for music too. Like Cole put out a documentary for Forest Hills Drive that made me want to do documentary.
It made me cry.
He's put out.
You thought it was Black Forest Ham Drive. That's right.
Nah, he's put out some great, consistent, like visual content that's not just music videos, but also tied into them as well. I love Cole's mixtapes. You know, like
fire.
His
the
album,
warm up.
Friday Night Lights is probably one of my favorite mixtapes.
Enchanted is one of my favorite songs ever.
Too Deep for the intro.
Yeah.
He spits, man.
Fire.
The thing is,
you
like,
say you don't want to switch it up?
His storytelling ability
is
just incredible to me. And like, I feel I resonate with him a lot personally, just in the sense of like suburban, and then like I don't know. I just feel like he's one of the GOATs of all time in terms of just music as a person. All of his music is so like layered as well.
Yeah.
I did respect what he did on KOD. Like he changed up his whole production to kind of sound a lot more.
Well.
His artists, a lot of people have been bashing him for a minute, but now they're slowly starting to bubble because they're just so musically sound.
His artists are much better than
Dreamville
Drake.
Fest next month, guys.
JID.
All right, so we know who's staying.
They got a good little docket.
So now you got
going?
Drake and Kendrick.
So
if you try to take Drake off, it could be whatever.
It will. No. So my thing, if I had to lose one off this three,
and that's the point of the game.
Since I have that role of a storytelling lyrical artist filled with Cole, I think Kendrick might have to come off.
Boom!
I think so.
Boom!
Hear me out though. You have so much fun when you listen to Drake. Don't get me, Money Trees is one of my favorite records from Good Kid, Mad City and from Kendrick.
I love it.
I love that Kendrick takes the leaps in the sense of trying new cadences on almost every single record.
Talk that talk.
I'm not mad at what Kendrick's doing, but if I had to pick, like, and if I want to vibe out to some Drake, So Far Gone?
Come on, bro.
That mixtape changed music. That mixtape alone changed music, period. Kendrick, I'm not knocking anything he's done. Doing. This is solely because I had...
on Stage Studios is looking for a new head of production.
This is solely based on The One Gotta Go. I'm still listening to them.
Ain't nobody losing no Drake. Drake gotta explain that. Nobody losing no Drake.
Nah, but I mean, it's tough, man. Yeah. It's tough. But like...
Man, you think you know a guy?
Be your own Josh.
I knew he wasn't Josh.
Hey man,
I knew he wasn't Liz Cole.
Drake's got a record on Gantete's Volume 6.
Come on, which one? What's
out? It's November. Is it 16th, 28th? One of the two.
Somebody said can't even call him Joshy no more. It's Joshua.
That's funny.
All right, that was a good one.
That was a fun time.
All right, we love y'all.
Yes.
Remember, you get 2 of these a week if you subscribe to the
Righteous.com. Sign up for the $5 level. We're not doing the prepaid no more because it's a lot of extra.
Yeah, it's too many people to do it.
They're like, man, send me my videos. I'm like, bro, okay.
You just gotta
just pay the $5 a month. It's cool.
Right Pack. You know what you could do?
What?
If you don't want to give your card out, what you do is take $60, buy a prepaid debit card,
and just run it through there
and attach it to that. It's too much work for Doughboy to do it all.
That's a lot of things.
So, Right Pack, we appreciate you. You'll get another episode. And now, our One Gotta Goes, the bonus episodes will not be released to the public anymore. You're only going to get that on the episode.
This is the last one? And we ended on this one.
Yeah. So, if you want to see them all, join the Right Pack. Yes. www.righteousratchet.com. Yes. We love you. God bless you. God keep you. We'll see you at the conference.
Peace.